starting, and just so that I get more practiced at this. Hi guys, welcome to what is it? Kings of War, session 42.
Is that really
Um,
Kings of War?
is it Kings of War? I don't wait. That's up to you, isn't it?
Well,
You're the DM.
that's definitely the label.
Service.
That's what it's called. It's called Kings of War.
It's
Hey,
the
this
name on the tin.
now's a great time for a name change.
That it it is it?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. But so we're going to jump into the recap. But before we do that, just wanted to give a real quick plug. Chapters are releasing every Friday, so there's a new chapter out. Check it out. Let us know what you think if you want. It is a prequel to this campaign, and it's a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun writing it, and I think it's pretty good. So, if anything, you should just go read it to tell me how bad it actually is, and then I still win because you went and read it. But
Regardless,
Okay.
make sure 5-star reviews only.
5-star reviews only. Yeah, I am real person. 5 stars.
Yes, please. We only
And
accept
if-
5 stars.
If you want criticisms to really reach the author, make sure to support her on Patreon. So
Yeah.
you can make sure those messages go through.
That's true. Yes, we are on Patreon, Wattpad, or what? We're pretty much on everything. We're even on TikTok now, which has been going
Wow,
great.
Hawkeye making TikToks?
Hawkeye is making TikToks, and
Amazing.
I
I'm
know,
kind of
Hawkeye
proud of a couple
saw
of
you-
them, actually.
Saw you hit the Orange Justice, the fancy dances that the Gen Z are doing. It was great.
I did. I haven't done a dance yet, but one of these days.
What's the
maybe.
TikTok account
Please
called?
don't.
Please don't. I like dancing. I wouldn't mind doing a dance for TikTok. Why not?
Okay.
In a silly costume. Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
why
one
not?
of my dresses. I get to use those dresses for something. Because I'm not doing concerts anymore. But anyway,
Shout out.
okay.
Shout out Sweetleaf. What's his name again? Greenleaf?
Sweetwater?
Oh yeah, Sweetwater.
Oh my goodness. Sweet leaf, green water, sweet green, soiling green.
You know what the problem is I was looking up old Pokemon games for whatever reason.
Oh,
and
leaf green.
Leaf
Yup.
Leaf Green, it was in my head, and
Yeah.
Sweet was there, so
There you go.
got mixed up.
There you go.
Leaf.
Okay, so recap. Funny thing about that, I don't have any notes from last session, but that's okay. I have a decent memory. So last session we were waiting for Dabram to come home, and while we were waiting, Urrath spat Ambrose back out, which we still have some questions about that.
Dude, I do too.
Urrath spat Ambrose back out, and it even came out of the portal with him, as the little calico cat, and then said something about if you can beat this next thing, you get something. But I can't remember exactly what he said, and apparently maybe I even misunderstood what he said. It kind of sounded like he wanted Ambrose to like devour it for him, but it disappeared, so I'm not sure. The thing ended up showing up, or at least, well, I don't think any of the characters know that the thing that the cat was talking about ended up showing up pretty much immediately, but we know that because it was on the initiative tracker.
Yeah, the Ambrose will probably talk about this at some point in the future if he hasn't already, so I'm just gonna say it now for the sake of clarity. I need to double check my character sheet to see what it was called, but the cat mentioned that this thing would show up, and if you beat it, Urrath and Ambrose would get the power of the thing, and I now have a thing on my character sheet that gives me the power of the thing. I just don't remember the name of it.
Oh, cool.
But it is
Yeah.
confirmed the thing that we killed was the thing that Urrath set us up to duke out.
Okay, great. What was it called? Anyway, so we killed that thing. And
Netherrack,
then
that's what it was called.
Netherrack, yeah. We killed that thing, and then we kept waiting for Dabram. We healed up a little bit. Tonist catnapped himself and Ambrose. And then Rana, heard someone like muttering to himself from the road, but he didn't come towards us. So he was like actually moving away. So she followed him and didn't see anybody, but did see that like that the house that you guys had investigated previously, or sort of investigated, where the guards were.
Yeah, that was saying we investigated. It's pretty generous.
That's true. So the house where those guards were that you guys fought, there was a light flickering in the window, and so Rana told Rowan to go get the rest of the party, and we went over there and talked a little bit about our approach, like sneaking or making ourselves invisible, and then Ambrose turned 4 of us invisible, and then Rana started sensing a lot of undead, and then a fight started because I think somebody heard us. Somebody heard somebody. It wasn't me. But I don't remember who failed that roll. Somebody. It was I can't remember. It doesn't really matter. So the fight starts, and all of a sudden Dabram starts playing violin, and 3 big biggos show up in the front yard, and a lot of little guys show up in the back and tackle Tonus. And Tonus spends like I think 2 or 3 rounds grappled. That's what it felt like anyway. They just like pinned him to the ground, and he wasn't really able to get out. Lightum had the front situation handled pretty well, so Rana started running around trying to help with the little guys, and then eventually they all die. We get inside, and Rana could still sense an undead. Also, we were hearing a piano, but there is no piano in Dabram's house. I think by the time so Rowan and Ambrose bamf in there. What's it called? Dim door. They dim door in there, and then Ambrose uses fucking what's that spell called? Something ridiculous.
It's called Feeble Mind. I basically
Feeble Mind.
lobotomized him for
There
a
you
month.
go. Yeah, so Ambrose feeble-minded Dabram. So that took him out of the fight, but now we definitely can't like talk to him at all. And then this ghost showed up, and that's basically where we ended. I don't know if I forgot anything important, but that's the gist.
If it was important, you wouldn't have forgotten.
That's not true. Sometimes I forget important things. Like last week, I forgot that Ambrose got pulled into a portal and taken to the Far Realm, or wherever he was taken to.
Yeah, that remains to be seen or learned about. An arrow flies through the air and through this spectral figure that has appeared next to Rowan, puncturing it briefly as its body reforms. Still quite translucent, but ghostly in its appearance. Looks around and says, It's you. I'm sorry to have attacked you before. My will is weak when I'm in that form. In the corner, Dabram hisses and snarls inhumanly.
You attacked us before?
Not you, but these others.
Oh, the ghost. The ghost that Rowan was talking about. Rana kind of looks around for confirmation. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, what are you doing here?
As I was stuck here by that skinless skull, My remain. And here I lie.
Skinless skull?
Faceless thing. The one this, and he gestures to Dabram, learns from.
Do you know what his name is?
Shakes his head. He was once a dwarf, but that was a long time ago. Figure wears rather unusual clothing, very not at all the style of Gresha. It's um, robes, thin robes, and uh, reminiscent of what Ambrose has, the sort of shoulder, um, over one shoulder. There's a under cloth that covers him fully, but is like a sort of sash robe that goes across one shoulder.
Okay, so the skull did what?
Brought me here.
From where?
Ah, we were out in the wastes for 500, 600 years. Passage of time is elusive when I'm in that other state.
The state you were in when you attacked them?
Yes.
How does that happen?
The skull, the one the girl calls father, he forces me into it.
How are you forced into it? Is the skull here?
Shakes his head. I have not seen it for weeks.
So how are you forced into it? Were you forced into it weeks ago?
Yes. Set as a guard for this one. Gestures again towards Dabram.
Okay. So who's this girl?
The, the young human, Ymira.
And you've met her?
Not slightly. I was present often, but meat is generous.
Okay. So uh I'm not sure what to ask next. Dabram also learns from the skull then, I guess?
A few minor tricks, yes.
That
He
doesn't feel like.
seemed
Go ahead.
dismissive of the endeavor.
That Rana points out the door. That's a minor trick?
For the faceless one, for father, perhaps.
Okay. So what keeps you here?
He says, the one that's called father took my heart at some point and seemed to long for it. Builds as a hunger within.
He took your heart?
Not
Why would he do that? What I mean, who are you?
name is Titus. I remember fragments of my life. What do you wish to know?
Mostly I'm trying to figure out why would Gaius want your heart? Like, is it just any sort of, is he human? Does he look human?
He does, yes.
Okay, so is it just any sort of human heart will do, or?
He shrugs and says, I'm not entirely sure, but he did cast his magics upon it to force me into the more aggressive state.
Okay. And I don't suppose you know how to undo your current predicament.
Shakes his head slowly, sadly.
Yeah. Rowan, do you have any ideas?
I don't know specifics. Maybe something to do with the heart.
Keen Eye comes trotting up from the path.
Hey guys.
Hey.
What did I miss?
Did you find your bird?
Well, no. Yes, but just maybe had some bad goat cheese and had to go out into the woods. Forgive me. Anything I can help
Ralph,
with?
I want to remind you, everything you say here is canon and will appear in a book at some point. So
Hey, well, it's some realism. It's just it is what it is.
Oh, goodness.
Tried to get as far away as I could.
We appreciate that. Well, there's this ghost. Apparently his name is Titus. He is familiar with the skull that Ymira calls father, and also familiar with Ymira. And apparently the skull has been teaching Dabram some magic as well.
I thought Dabram was coming here. Is he in that corner over there?
Yeah, this is Dabram here.
Is he dead,
Oh,
or
man.
is he just?
He's crouched down, sort of on all fours, supporting himself with his knuckles and hunched. He's has a very defensive posture and snarls when you look at him. His violin lies broken next to Tonist.
That's great. We should destroy all musical instruments within range of that guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so speaking of musical instruments, Rana looks around for a piano. Is there,
Make a perception check.
is there a piano in here?
oh, I almost forgot. Yeah.
Perception. Oh, God.
You see none.
Hey, so where's the piano? She will ask out loud.
That is to amuse him. He requires that I evoke the sounds of that instrument. I was pianist, or not so advanced as those. We called them harpsichords.
So you were a harpsichordist,
I was.
but I'm. Sorry, guys. I'll stop.
um,
Never.
okay. Okay, so you were making the piano noises?
Yes.
Okay. So how did you do that?
He takes a seated position, though there's no chair to support him, and begins to move his fingers in a pattern on the air in front of him. As his fingers come down, a spectral key appears, and piano music fills the room.
Ghost piano.
What, but how are you doing that? Like, what? Can all ghosts do that?
I'll ask if I find any others.
That's fair. Yeah.
I don't know how I do the things that I do. They just happen when I will them to.
Okay. So, okay. Do you know where they are?
I assume
That
you
girl in
were
the skull.
right. Their castle is out in the wastes. Out in the blight somewhere.
Yeah, we know that, but do you know
It's west
if
of
they're
here.
there?
This one, he gestures to Davin, spoke sullenly of wedding her in a short time. He is troubled. Did not wish to do so. She was across the mansion of his parents.
Yeah. Yeah, we found her there. Wait, does that mean? Maybe she gave us a fake name that first time. She wasn't enchanted. Because the first time she gave us a name, she called herself, I think it was Priscilla or something.
Correct.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I'm told that the one Dabram calls mother chants everything that comes into her realm, but except for him. Reasons that I didn't learn.
And the skull put you here to protect him?
In a way. Protect him in that other form and be tormented otherwise.
Oh boy. So what happens if we kill him?
The boy? Dabram?
Is he a boy?
Look at him. He's probably in his mid-20s.
Oh. What? How?
Oh.
Maybe 30s. It's difficult to tell with his current condition. Maybe he seems older than he is, or maybe he's younger than he looks because his disposition is so belligerent currently.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I guess the question still stands. Yeah. He's killed a lot of people. At the very least, we should turn him over to the city.
Yeah, we should give him to that Civil War general guy. Sounded name. Whatever his name was.
It's a civil war.
He sounded like a Civil War.
Robert Douglas?
Yeah, that's clearly a Civil War general.
Does sound like a Civil War general.
I mean, we're in this world, though. What civil war are you talking about?
Well, this country's had many.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kings of War.
It is 1/3 of the name.
Were they really civil?
Fair. I mean, I'm not sure ours was civil either, but
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
I'm not letting this guy leave. That's for sure. I agree with turning him in.
He's killed many young women. The ghost
Oh well,
nods.
that adds a layer to it, doesn't it?
I mean, not just young women. He's been attacking taverns.
Yeah, those poor drunks.
I'm unaware of anything that occurred outside of this cabin.
Okay, so you've watched him kill women here?
Yes.
It's probably all those skeletons we murdered.
Oh my god.
Why? What was he after?
I don't think he was after anything. He gestures over to the desk where the plate and drink is set out. You can see a small leather-bound book on the table.
I guess Rana will walk over to it. Where is it? Which table? There? Okay, so yeah, Rana will walk over to it and pick it up.
Okay. Assuming that I'm just gonna assume you're gonna show it to everyone.
Well, yeah. Or read it aloud.
If you wish to do so, you can do that. It's better
Oh,
for.
no. If like I do not need to personally read it aloud, but Rana might read some of it aloud.
Okay, well you're Rana, so
I'm down.
no,
Read
no,
to us.
no dead air, right?
No dead air. Sure. Okay. Well, I guess I'll read the first one and then maybe shut it, and then I can share the rest with you guys later. But you guys can still have this. So it is the 17th of Karst. I have found my mirror, the twinned soul, that incandescent flame which will never burn out. Her name is Tiffany. Huh? I heard him muttering about Tiffany on his way in. Sweeter sounds never alighted upon the ears of man since her name was uttered. I count the moments until once more I may see her, and yet the counting seems infinite. She can't but be the best of me, her voice finer than any of the dull noise of my craft. I am carried aloft by it. So she'll look back up at the ghost and ask him if he ever brought Tiffany here. Oh, wait, never mind. Soul weeps for the loss of Tiffany. Oops. These are... Oh, I misunderstood. These are not in the order that I thought. Okay, so Tiffany's dead. She'll flip to the end.
He seems to have a sister.
Wonderful. Oh, he knows. Okay, so he knows. Well, here, I'll share this with the ghost. So that skull's name is Gaius. Or at least that's what he calls himself to other people, not Ymira.
The ghost sneers. A Vishari name? I doubt it.
That's... Well, that's the name that's the name in the journal.
He swallows. It's once a dwarf. Wasn't one of my people.
You're Visharii?
Not. Once. Served Emperor Wait, let me double check my notes. Once served Emperor Marcellus. That was too long ago.
Was Emperor Marcellus the last emperor?
I get a history check.
I'm gonna have to close this and then I'm gonna have to open it back up. History. Yep, that's about right.
No information.
She'll look to. I'm trying to pull that journal back up. Shoot. Davram Diary. Okay. So she'll look to Rowan and maybe Tonist. Be like, do you guys know what was his name? Emperor
Marcellus.
Marcellus.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember who that is?
I don't know. Do I?
History check.
History check.
Yeah.
History check. Okay, I can do one of those. I'm pretty solid.
Oh, look at that historian.
Heard the name. It's hard to know exactly when. Uh, I mean, these people, at least 1,500 years before, maybe longer. There wasn't a good mnemonic for remembering the order of the emperors. Or maybe you never bothered to learn, but that was a couple thousand years ago, probably.
So, do we know the name of the last emperor? Who was the last one to have the God Hand?
Oh, probably in a notebook somewhere, and not easily at my fingertips.
Okay.
Let me see. It wasn't Marcellus.
Okay.
You
Okay.
do know that one.
Okay. That's mostly what I was wondering is if he was the last one to have the God Hand.
No.
Okay, so it's not that one. Trying to wait a minute. Here in the so I'm scanning the diary. So Rana will say this out loud. It says Gaius gave Dabram a set of bones. So she looks up. Your bones are here.
Knots. Yes.
So then she'll look between the ghost and Rowan. It's like, if we have the bones, can we undo whatever's holding him here?
Maybe. But we can certainly look into it, try to find out.
Okay. So she'll scan this last entry real quick. No, not what to do with the girl. Fascinated by my mother. Deals with the faceless one. Oh wow. Okay, he really doesn't like Ymira. Interesting. I wonder why.
What is the current date? Do we know?
It is the 11th of Unftat.
Okay, so this happened recently.
Olivia still alive?
She might be. Do you know? Did he ever bring Olivia here? She asks the ghost, Titus. Spelled his name.
He muttered about her in his sleep, but no.
Okay. This guy's insane.
This woman is as fair as the ripest olive, and her name is Olivia. That's amazing.
Quite a poet.
Hey, Rowan.
Yes.
There's this entry here. It says one of the entries. It says it's glowing blue and hints at some enchantment. Do you want to try to figure out what that is?
Yeah, it's the one that's the 37th of Alois.
Oh.
I can try and spend some time investigating it.
Okay.
If we've got time, I'll ritual cast Identify on it. But that's gonna be a little bit if you guys want to talk about other stuff
Yeah.
while I'm doing that.
Okay. So while Rowan's doing that, I guess I have one more question for Titus. What was the blight around when you were alive?
No, this world was still pure and ready.
Do you know how the blight came about?
No.
Insight? Do I believe him?
Insight. I don't know.
An opposed roll?
He hesitated and seemed to look at Rana with appraisal before answering. It's the hesitation is telling.
Okay.
What else do you guys do while waiting for Rowan?
Well, I'm trying to think of a follow-up question, but if somebody else wants to jump in, well, I'm thinking that is also fine. Um, I guess I'll just ask him if he was there.
If he was where? Can you just
If,
be
so it's,
specific?
it's like the follow. No, so Rana asked him if he knew how the blight came about.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah,
said
yeah.
no. Rana doesn't believe him. So then she asks him, like, he said yes, and asks him if he was there. Were you there?
I wasn't allowed to be near the God Hand. It was lowly soldier.
Well, but I didn't say. Who knows? What does the God Hand have to do with the blight?
Shifts a bit and looks sort of his gaze sort of shifts quickly one side to the other and says, happened in the West with the last emperor. I wasn't there.
What happened?
Light, the source, it all came from them.
From who?
The God Hand.
The God Hand started the blight?
Yes.
Do you know where it is?
Speaking of the artifact,
Yes.
it was recovered by an old priest of Asher.
Where?
Journeyed into the waste, then quite small, and recovered it, but was stricken by the blight himself.
Yeah. I know a little bit about that.
No. A little, no. Second.
We lost Raphael. He's back.
Sorry. This headsets.
Is there any
Here's-
more useful information we could? Oh, sorry.
No, it's not, yeah, I was just pulling my notes to make sure I had this right. The priest was called. Ooh, it's gonna be. All right. Priest was once called Hadrianus Aurelius Fulgencio.
Oh boy.
That's you.
The whole lot of name.
Where did he go? Or where is it now? Do you know where it is now? Did he
He
leave it somewhere?
used to hand it over when he recovered it, and none could really stand up to him. With him being blighted, we wasn't expected to live long. He fled west, and we tried to follow. Didn't find him.
Were you still alive when this happened?
No.
So who's we?
The Vasharii.
You were still serving with the Vasharii as a ghost?
Yes.
What?
Legions of the Vasharii serve in life and death. Those select lucky few.
So what do you, so, mm, so wait, did he say they couldn't catch him?
We couldn't, no.
But you're a ghost. How did you not catch him?
I'm bound to my remains. I can't go very far from them.
Oh, that seems okay. So you don't know where he settled?
No.
Somewhere in the wastes. Where can it be undone? If
I don't
someone
know.
found the God Hand, could it be undone? If it started it, why can't it end it?
I wasn't. I never saw the artifacts up close. I don't know.
Okay, can you give us a general location of, or description, general description, location of the direction he was headed in? And yeah, or may have settled.
Yeah, I might be able to do that. 1 second. Might be able to do it quickly, I mean.
Nice. I like what you're thinking, Rana. By the way.
Thank you.
We've been putting off going into the waste for so long, it was bound to happen eventually.
Yeah.
Sure.
Ooh.
Ba ba ba.
Okay. Okay. So in Discworld, there is the pinned map in general, I believe. The world line art map. No, maybe
Oh.
not.
Wait. In Discord?
Yeah. Let me just grab it from my notes, and then I'll have to, and then I can just show you more easily.
You've sent me a copy of it at some point in the nearish past.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna post it into general chat. The big splotchy yellow in the middle is approximately where Gresha is. Then there's another one off to the left where there's a narrow land passage. He tells you, Titus says that the Hadrianus fled west towards the Bay of the Gored.
Way over there.
Shit, that's even farther than your Mira.
Yes.
Wait, so we think the thing that will stop the blight is in the blight?
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
we don't know. We don't know if this area. Oops, I tried to ping it. We don't know if this area is blighted. The yellow that's off to the left.
Okay.
I think we probably should assume the worst, that it is.
What does Rowan happen to know of that region, if anything?
Make a history check.
I was wondering, but I also think Rowan is still doing his ritual casting. So
Entirely possible.
Says, or of that area, it's called that
Okay.
due to a old burial ground of dragons, and in particular, the Phantom of Gored, which seems to have sprung up when is that? 1700 years ago.
What?
Just double check that math.
What's that place called again? The something of Gored?
The
Bay.
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 Yeah, that crescent bay at the north.
Where the watermelons
portion of
grow.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
What's the island in the middle?
Did you say what's the island?
Yeah.
Lake.
It's a lake.
Oh, I thought that was water around it and then a little dot in the middle.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, are you
that's-
the
that-
top
that-
left?
That's
Yeah.
there's
Oh.
an island in the middle of that
Yeah.
bay.
I feel like I'm getting gaslit.
No, I
Yeah,
was
no,
looking
you-
at the red X.
Tonus doesn't know.
Alright.
I mean, it's like
Like a,
it'd be like a small island in the
greasy egg. Funny
it's like
setup.
a small island in the Caspian Sea, and someone in like England happens to know the name. Like it could happen, but probably not. It's real far away.
Yeah, I was wondering what the scaling on this was.
That's probably 15, maybe 2,000 miles away. Let me double check my
Like
scale.
the width of the US away.
Yeah, just about.
Okay. Park and Dindor is what, 500 feet? That'll take a couple weeks.
The
It's not too long.
wait, so the yellow splotch on the left is 2,000 miles away, or the X, or the island?
Let me double check,
Okay.
and I can give you a better.
Now we're playing Oregon Trail.
Kinda.
We just watched an episode of Critical Role where they were doing a little bit of Oregon Trail. It was pretty funny.
We have a good bit of stuff in between here and there as well.
Why? I don't want that in kilometers.
I stumbled upon a big argument on Reddit today that was Imperial versus metric, and it went about as well as you expected it to.
Oh, listen,
Yeah.
I know for a fact, and this is hard to argue against, but the metric system rules. Like, if we had all been raised on the metric system, our lives would be so much easier.
There wouldn't
but
even be a conversation, really.
I
agree.
can't, for the life of me, do it. I just can't, and it sucks. I hate it.
Oh,
I
well,
just-
you see, the thing is that we're actually better because we have to deal with these terrible conversion rates.
No,
We
not.
had to learn more difficult math in order to function on a daily basis. These
We're
people
just-
were like, "Oh gosh, 1
There was
and
another-
10 and 100," and we're like, "I don't know. We gotta remember 5,280 feet for a mile."
2.54 centimeters in an inch.
Yeah, see.
Fuck.
Other side
We're
of the
better.
argument that was Celsius versus Fahrenheit, and I am a firm believer that Fahrenheit is the better system for like
I will
weather temperature.
absolutely die on that hill. Fahrenheit is way better than Celsius.
Specifically for weather temperature.
Yes, it is. So, okay. I know we're getting sidetracked, but Fahrenheit and Celsius, right?
Jacob's
The
looking
reason I
up
like
his
Fahrenheit-
scale anyway.
No, I'm done. It's
He
2,600
did
miles.
2,600 miles.
Oh, okay.
The
It's
reason
about
I
the
like Fahrenheit
distance from
better.
Belgium to Baku.
Where's Baku?
Where's Baku?
Wait. So what distance is 2,600 miles?
From Gresha to the Bay of Gored.
Okay,
Which
to the
is
bay.
which is
Where that
I
island
tried
is,
to
yeah.
ping it again. Okay, so we're trying to get to the yellow splotch.
It's assumed. Well, I mean, that
So-
he fled
Well,
to the yellow
it's-
splotch, but I'm assuming he went further.
Well,
Right.
probably.
That's the you asked where he was fleeing to. He was fleeing in that direction.
Right.
What?
So
What, 3/4
we
way
might
to
have that
2,600 is
whole peninsula to
1,800-ish miles.
Yeah. That's probably a little bit more.
I know it's a sidetrack, but I do want to hear Guff go off about Celsius.
Yeah. So Celsius.
So the reason I like Fahrenheit better is because Fahrenheit is built on a more human scale. I know that Celsius is based off of water or some bullshit. I went to public school. I don't know. Fahrenheit.
Water,
Yeah.
the most important thing to our existence.
But Fahrenheit, right?
Right.
0 to 100 Fahrenheit is the perfect range for a person. Like 0 degrees Fahrenheit is when it's starting to get a bit too cold outside. 100 degrees
bit.
Fahrenheit is when it's getting a bit too hot outside, you know? 0 degrees Celsius, it's getting a bit chilly. 100 degrees Celsius, you fucking die.
I appreciate that, but you just made the whole argument for the metric system in the first place. 0 to 100 is the perfect scale
Oh
for
no,
a human
I
being.
am.
I agree with
We could
metric.
get the metric system with Fahrenheit, like a little column A, column B. That would be perfect. Best country in the world.
Oh goodness.
Canada uses Fahrenheit for some things, and it's weird. Probably because their proximity to us.
100 degrees Celsius is the boiling point of pure water.
Yeah.
Right, and we got what 212 in Fahrenheit, so we're good. You know, you just gotta.
Zero is the freezing point of water. Our most important substance.
False Gatorade exists.
It's not what
Stop drinking
plants brew.
Gatorade. Only drink Gatorade when you're hungover or threw up your guts. And
Like flavored salt water,
blemish.
yeah.
I need just a quick minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. We'll be happy to continue to divert from the main objective.
And in case
And
anybody
another
was
thing.
wondering, Kelvin's for super nerds. I don't even know how that works.
Yeah.
Kelvin is just an offset Celsius.
Yeah.
It's the
Something about,
same. It's the same, but offset by like 400 or something. Instead of 0, it's absolute 0, which is like negative. I don't remember what it is.
I think it's 273.
Sure.
Did
Something
someone
about
named
it.
Kelvin come up with the
Yeah.
I'm sure.
yeah,
Probably.
see, that's how
There's
you
no
know
way
it's
it was
a-
anyone
All three of them were named after dudes.
Somebody named Celsius.
I don't think someone. Oh, actually, it is. It is named after the Swedish astronomer Anders Celsius, who lived for only 43 years.
He did a lot in those 43 years.
He sure did. He first proposed the centigrade scale in 1742, and then he died in 1744.
Man,
Got
I
it
mean,
just
you went
the
out,
next time.
Church got to him.
went out on a high note, I guess.
Maybe.
I mean, after you have a whole unit of temperature named after you, you just tap out. Nothing more you can do after that, I guess.
My biggest issue is that Celsius uses decimal points for temperature. It's like Fahrenheit doesn't need decimal points because it's a smaller increment between degrees.
Oh yes, let's just
The
not be
increment
precise with
between-
our science. Great.
The increment
Let's
between
just-
degrees in Celsius is about twice the difference between degrees in Fahrenheit.
Also, when I make my argument for Fahrenheit, I'm talking about like the average Joe walking to work. I'm not talking about like science nerds with their big goggles and white coats sitting over little Bunsen burners looking like, oh yes, this went up 2 degrees. Them science nerds can have all of the things. Looking for the common. I'm out here working for the common man. 9 to 5, Jolene. Know what I'm saying?
I mean, to be fair, like, the foot is it's a weird measurement, but it's nice having something in between centimeter and meter. Like I've never met anyone who uses any of the increments that are between centimeter and meter. They exist, but nobody uses them because they're terrible.
Okay, Jacob's back. Let's have a recap of what we're doing real quick.
Yeah, so
I propose we ditch Dabram before we list our objectives. So let's get all the
Oh.
information we need first, and
Well,
then
He hisses and growls and
okay.
snarls
I can
at the
growl with
sound
the
of his
best
own name.
Does
Boy.
somebody want to try to restrain him?
Oh, sure.
I can't.
Can I?
I probably am not the best at that, but I can help. I can cast hold person.
Somebody
Yeah,
just like
I walks
can
right up.
can
And
Ambrose makes flashing lights appear to distract him?
Maybe.
I actually took off hypnotic pattern a couple levels
Oh
ago.
no!
As Kenai steps near Dabram, Dabram lashes out. Sure, 14 misses.
that sure does.
Yeah.
Dabby boy.
Punch in. Get the
Uh,
punch. in.
Can I
Okay.
grapple him?
Make an athletics check.
Is there an equivalent to Feeble Mind that's like for physical stuff? Like
He's a-
jelly bones?
being
I mean,
a
it's,
member?
it's not like it's not on par with it, but like it's a spell card that's called that's not as good anymore.
Enfeeblement?
Enfeebling, enfeebling ray or something like that.
I'm gonna make a spell called Jelly Bones. It's like the
Ray,
equivalent.
ray of enfeeblement.
Brave enfeebling.
I don't know that spell.
Oh yeah.
You-
Okay.
Kenai
So-
grabs Dabram. Dabram's struggling, and he's trying to pull away, and he's gonna lash out at Kenai once more.
Rana will take out some rope and start trying to tie him up.
Kenai can make another athletics check to try to restrain Dabram while
Sure.
Rana ties him. Okay, yeah, there's no way for him to beat that, so that makes short work of getting him tied up. How is Rana tying him? I don't need a
Okay.
name of a knot. I just need to know what is being bound.
Well, I'm guessing do you want to carry him? She'll start with his wrists and then ask what's his name? Kenai. She'll ask Kenai. It's like we want him to walk, right? You don't want to carry him.
I mean, Kenai probably can carry him without much worry. Can carry. Let's see. What size is Dabram?
Medium.
Oh, he's medium. Wait, I'm.
I'm medium.
Wait, you're medium?
No, it was
Oh,
being you. He's medium. I'm medium.
well, I can carry up to a large size. I know from one of my features that I can't find right now.
Okay, yeah, he's about 5'9". He's not a tiny person.
He's a short king.
He might try to lash out at me still.
Yeah.
So maybe it's better just to make him walk. Tie, like maybe bind his wrists, and I just hold the rope on the other end.
Sure. Okay. So, I'll
Rana binds his hands
Yeah.
together while he pulls away and struggles and tries to get free.
okay.
Now what?
So we're thinking we want to take this guy back to the captain, but we have no idea where to find him.
The captain.
The guy. Well, we don't actually know if he's a captain. But Robert Douglas.
Ulysses Grant.
Yep. So we don't know where to find him. He wanted to be able to find us, so I guess we could take this guy to Chiron's house, but I don't know how Uncle Chiron's gonna feel about that.
I feel like we must know where the magistrate's center is in the city.
Would
Any
there
of us?
be somewhere close by, some place of authority? Would Rana have recognized their armor or any sort of sigil that Robert Douglas had on him?
Probably not.
Okay.
Let's see,
Not
guys
some
are
sort of
there.
organization that
There's
he's
gotta be
part of?
a jailhouse or something
Right.
near us.
I mean, you could always just take him to the castle, to the keep on the hill. It's number 85 on the map,
Are we kind of close to the castle?
Is that castle?
like a mile away.
Oh gosh.
Sounds like the place.
Oh yeah.
I'm down.
And it's kind of on the way to Chiron's. I mean, Chiron's isn't too far from the castle.
Yeah, the Grey Knoll Keep, the hill that's that triangular landmass, it juts up from the level surface of most of the city, and yeah, that's where the keep
Oh, weird.
of the Earl is.
Okay.
Do we know do we have a relationship with the Earl?
No.
Not at all?
No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's a
Do we
big
know if he
city.
can be trusted?
I have reason to not trust him, but
Huh.
there are a few authorities in Three Rivers that you can trust.
Well, shoot. What do we do with Dabram?
Well, like I said, we could knock him out and take him to Uncle Chiron's and wait for Robert Douglas to show up. Like, he's gonna be like this for the foreseeable future. So it's not like he's gonna be a threat.
Could
Okay.
send to Robert Douglas if needed.
Oh yeah, we can send a sending.
I'm ascending.
Oh, so let me see. Do I have? I think I have. Can I use higher level spell slots to send sending?
Yes.
Great. I don't need to do that yet, but I will. Where is sending? It's third level, right? Yeah. Okay. There. Okay. Then yeah, I will. I will send Robert Douglas ascending. He's probably asleep. But wait, so do you guys think I should send it to him now, or should we wait until the morning?
And just send it.
Just send
Get
it
him
now.
off our
Okay.
hands.
Yeah,
I agree.
So okay, so then Rana will send Robert Douglas ascending, saying, we found the
We've
tavern
captured Dabram.
guy.
or-
We've captured Dabram. That's much better. So we've captured Dabram, and then describe the location. Oh, say the Pitchler house, across the street from the Pitchler house.
Yep.
Okay.
Come now.
Make haste.
Okay.
Quickly. I've
And
got a
bring
date.
snacks.
You say you've got to sleep.
I've got a date.
Oh. Well,
Ooh.
I've got to sleep. It's midnight, isn't it?
The response is, what time? Okay, 45 minutes.
Good man.
He hit snooze on your sending.
Okay.
Maybe.
Left this.
Then Rana will turn to the rest of the party and tell them that he said 45 minutes.
Like,
Is that enough time to resolve the ghost in his bones?
How is well? What do you mean? Resolve the ghost in his bones?
band name called it.
Damn it!
That is a good band name.
I thought that was what Chaos was. I mean, sorry, Rowan was studying.
Rowan is
Whether he could-
studying. Yeah, so that's what I was going to ask about. Is Rowan's ritual up?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Rowan will explain that the diary is actually faintly magical. Uh, the ink will allow a limited like sensory perception of the entry, like what occurred. Uh, this one's the one where the ink is glowing blue is the strongest. There are a couple others that do it, but that one's
As in, when Dabram writes down his entry, someone else can see it?
no. Like you can like view the event of him meeting Gaius.
How?
Uh,
It's
would I know that?
it would be as part of either a short or a long rest. You can similar to attunement, but it doesn't take a slot. It just you do it during that block of time.
Well, we have to wait 45 minutes anyway.
About the time of a short rest. It's sort of like, you know, in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets when he's reading the diary of Tom Riddle and see
Little
what
bit.
happened.
Can we all do that, or just one of us?
I'm unsure, but I imagine
At a time, just one.
Yeah.
Okay,
I imagine one at a time. How many uses it has, I don't know.
right.
Oh,
Well, maybe we can decide on who's gonna watch that later. But Rowan, how much of the conversation were you able to catch while you were doing your ritual?
Bits and pieces. What do you need?
Dabran kicks out at Kenai.
I'm gonna knock this guy out.
I mean, you can if you want to.
Don't.
Don't.
I mean, not like
We
choke, but like
have-
WWE, like armbar or something.
Does Rana know what Rowan is looking for?
Is that like an existential question?
No, as in like how much of his
I wonder why we're
his
here.
directive has he shared with Rana?
Mostly that he's looking for information and magical objects. I don't
Okay.
think he's shared specifics on what he's looking for.
Okay. Well, okay. You just I can't remember if they've even talked about this. So she's just gonna say this. You know what the God Hand is, right?
I've definitely heard of it.
Titus has given us a lead on the God Hand, but it's very far away.
How far?
Farther than Ymira's castle. She'll describe the Bay of Gored, and like try to describe the area, like what Titus said.
Okay.
And pass on that information. Oh wait, we wanted Dabram to be gone before we had this conversation, right?
I think so, just because I don't
Okay.
want him to be privy to our plans.
Yeah, good call. Now here's one more question. Hey Titus, where are your bones?
Totally normal question.
Gestures to the floorboards underneath Rowan's feet.
Okay, let's pull those up. Rana will ask Rowan to step aside, and we'll start
Okay.
pulling at boards.
Rowan will do so.
Okay.
Until she finds the bones.
Okay. You pull up a few floorboards, and lo and behold, there is a skeleton neatly arranged underneath. Not neatly arranged in the same general shape as a human, but just sort of piled up in a neat package.
Pile.
Right. And double check something. Next to it is a spoon.
A spoon.
You see there's bits of something on its edge.
I'll look a little closer.
Might be cheese. Ugh.
It'd be very old.
Okay.
It's not particularly pungent. Which seems odd.
Okay. She'll.
It is. It is a little sawdust covered, well, like floorboard dust covered, as
She'll.
the floorboards were what is the word?
Dislodged?
Dislodged. Yeah, bits of stuff fell through the cracks onto both the bones and this weird spoon that's with it.
She looks back at Titus and says, "What's with the spoon?"
Why? That was what I used to eat with.
What?
I always keep it with me. Never can get it fully clean. See, one of the edges is, it looks kind of sharp. One of the sides of the curvature.
There's no way that spoon's not magical.
Or like cursed or something. That
Right.
sounds. I'm getting real bad vibes from that spoon,
Me
which is
too.
not something I'd ever think I'd say.
Titus, why do they keep this with you?
I don't know. Was mine. It seems to. He. Fur his brow as though concentrating, not really sure what to say. I always have it.
That's really weird. Okay. What do you want to do? Because we're gonna turn this guy over to the authorities. Hopefully he'll hang. Or I don't know, he'll be taken care of.
Oh,
But
he's hung out. Anyways,
Oh no. Oh no.
To get that type of content, make sure to support our Patreon.
oh my gosh.
only available in the print edition.
That was a joke, Twitch. I want to make sure. I want to be very clear, Twitch. That's a joke. Don't ban.
World of Erda on OnlyFans now.
Oh god.
Okay, you don't have to get on every social media.
I'm not. We're not on OnlyFans. It's fine.
Just get.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
good for those who choose that lifestyle, and I hope they are being safe with their life choices.
So yeah, what is Titus? What do you want to do? Like what?
I want to be rid of this place. I've lingered too long.
This place. What do you mean?
Erda.
Yeah. Okay. And that's okay. I would like to help you with that, but do you have any information on how I might be able to do that for you?
Need my heart.
Fuck. I knew you were gonna say that.
You said it before too.
Yeah. Well, I did.
Your actual physical heart, or are you being metaphorical?
I think I do.
Where's that spoon? Like your heart?
No. It's just what I ate my cheeses with.
Wait, that's actually might be onto something there.
He's a man who likes cheese.
Okay, so then Rana will. Do you want to come with us until we can get your heart back?
If you'll help me do so, yes. But I can't always resist the transformation.
Right. So basically, we just get to kill you every now and then.
We're good at that.
He swallows and nods.
Is that painful for you?
It isn't pleasant.
Okay. Is there any way we can, I guess, essentially help you go dormant?
Ooh.
Maybe not completely released from Urda, but asleep at least.
I don't think so. That wasn't on that creature's priority list.
No, I don't imagine it
Davram
was.
certainly didn't want to. He had me fetch these bottles for him. Lifts up one of the empties and drops it unceremoniously. It shatters when it hits the ground.
You went and got him booze?
Oh, carried it to him from here to the chair there.
Oh, wow. Okay. The more I hear about this guy,
Or read.
or read, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Rowan, what do you think will happen if I put this guy's bones in the bag of holding? Or would you rather have him in your
Unclear?
haversack?
No, that sounds like a worse idea.
Okay. Well, I figured you could put him in a particular, or avoid a particular pouch, rather. And okay, I'm gonna try something, and Rana will put the bones in her haversack, or not her haversack, her bag of holding, or rather, the party's bag of holding that is on her belt.
Okay, you shove the bones in one by one, probably a handful when you get to the toes and fingers. It's easier. You don't want to
Mm-hmm.
look around to make sure you didn't miss anything, and they're all in there. Titus disappears from view around the halfway part. Davram kicks out at Kenai once more.
So we could drag him to the street.
Can Rana feel if Titus is still there?
You can't?
She can't sense him anymore?
No.
So she'll stick her head in the bag and be like, Titus, are you
Oh,
in
there
here?
he is. Yeah, he's in there.
He's in the bag.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
You don't need to breathe, right? Is this okay for you?
I gave that habit up many years ago.
Yeah. All
We
right.
got him out,
Kick that habit.
successfully got him out of Erda.
I mean,
He's not wrong.
With a rag or a cloth or something, Rana will pick up the spoon and and she'll
Flakes of cheese drift off of it and just sort of dematerialize in midair.
she'll tie it
Literally does just that, Gags, given his recent experience with goat cheese.
So she'll just tie
It's
it up
canon.
in like a satchel thing, so she doesn't have to touch it. or
Sachet.
anything.
Okay.
And then put that in the bag as well.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Probably have about half hour before Robert Douglas said he'd be here. What do you do?
I guess we just wait. Because we don't want to have the conversation that we need to have until Davram is gone.
I think that sounds good to me.
While you're waiting, Davram kicks out at Kenai. Oh, that was another whisper to Chaos.
Yep. That's the same whisper.
Yes. He misses once more.
Yeah, buddy. Just stop.
Ah!
Kino will just drag him out into the front yard.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say we probably could go outside.
As
Whoa.
he's dragging him, he kicks out again, and then I'll just put him in the front.
Cool. Whoa, not too fast, buddy. Where'd you go? Can't see anything out here.
He's right here.
Rana will.
I mean, he's
ring-
on a rope, so
Rana will ring Mie's bell for some light.
how much is that? Like $1 million?
It's as the light spell.
Nice. I can see you
should
before
be
you punch
on.
me.
Should be on Rana.
Okay. Okay. Half hour goes by, and you can see a figure. I'll just put it on the street, and then
Oh, because we're out there.
Presumably, I thought you were waiting for him
Mhm.
out in the street.
Yep.
Hey, there he is. Look at him coming down the street in full armor like a champion. Um,
Whoa, he passed us?
sorry, and he turns back. No, he's coming from this side.
Interesting. Okay.
Uh, he approaches and he looks. You see him gaze at the Pitchler house on the other side of the street as he gets near. Comes within the light of the bell. Well, wasn't expecting results so quickly, but I'm glad to have heard that you caught the culprit.
Yeah. Yeah, we found him. And apparently he's killed a lot of women as well. I don't know. I don't suppose you've heard of a string of women disappearing.
Not to do with the attacks, no, but
Well, no, not related.
city this large, it's
Yes.
commonplace.
Sure, sir. So,
Okay,
she'll
Adam.
gesture to Kenai and to bring him out.
You don't see any sigils, any tabard with coat of arm that he wears. His armor is well made and it has whorls and designs, but it's not. It doesn't like say House Douglas or anything like that.
Right. So, who do you work for?
What am I supposed to say? Jesus, no. You're from Earth. Says the Nightblades search for occult things and try to end them.
Occult things.
Yes,
Mm,
occult
okay.
things.
Ambrose looks very nervous.
Okay.
General Custer.
Our
How
founding
long,
father. No.
how long has your organization been around?
Ooh, when did Paul? No, I'm just kidding. He says,
Ha!
I'm just kidding. He's been in the forge for a very long time. Says in Three Rivers only the last 3 decades or so.
So, where did you come from?
Whatever reason, the attacks from the aberrants have increased in the last few decades.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I was born in Three Rivers. I lived here my whole life.
Oh, well, I mean, where's the organization from if they've only been in Three Rivers for the last three decades?
We have scattered chapter houses. We go where we're needed. We don't particularly have a central location. If we felt that the occult here in Three Rivers was dealt with, we would leave.
Hmm. Yeah. Unfortunately, with this proximity to the wastes and Ymira, I don't think that will be anytime soon.
No.
So, where are you taking Dabram?
One second. Let me tell you. Is it that one? Okay. We are located outside of town, actually, in a estate of a minor noble. The Dormers. I don't know if you're familiar.
I don't either. Am I?
No.
Okay. Okay. And what's to be done with him?
We will look at him a bit more. This man's been struck an idiot.
Yes. She'll point to this hulking figure behind the party and be like, we were dealing with quite a few summoned undead, and one of our party members decided it would be better if he couldn't do that anymore. You'll need some powerful magic to undo that. You can undo it if you like, if he needs to
Oh,
answer
well, we
for
would
it
have
himself.
liked to question him, but we need to know
Well,
if he was in league with others, what fell magics he was using, and generally make sure that it's ended. But I'll
Yeah.
be along with more tomorrow so that we can inspect the cabin. I'm sure you've been through it already.
we didn't search, did we?
Well, you look for a piano.
Wasn't much to find.
Well, we didn't look. We haven't searched the house yet. We were busy.
Understood. Well, if there's anything that point out allegiance that he has, then I'd like to know. The house there, and he gestures to the Pitchler house. That is where the vampire was.
Yep.
We'll have to go through there as well.
Yeah.
But I won't undertake that alone.
No, please don't. We took care of the coffins that we found, and we did a pretty thorough search. But there was one vampire, probably two, that got away. So I don't know if they'll be returning. But any coffins that we found, we took care of.
Good.
You're familiar with the name Ymira?
Whispers. Nothing much. Nothing substantial.
Dabram is associated with her. The necromantic attack at Northgate, it seems he is in league with the one or two powerful necromancers that were behind that. As was his mother, but we took care of her.
All right. I will relay this information. What will you do now?
Well, I'm gonna get back to my date, hopefully.
Yeah, girl,
After
it's
that?
1 a.m.
What did he say?
Said good luck with that.
Thanks. Yeah, we've still got a couple days. It'll be okay.
Will take my leave. I am
Yeah.
grateful that you contacted me, but I was asleep.
Yes, I apologize for that. We just wanted to make sure that he was in custody sooner than later.
Yes, understandable. We'll deal with it. If you need anything else, again, Chapter House is the Dormer estate, but while I might not be there all the time, others will be.
Good to know. Thank you.
Nods and holds out his hand for the lead to the rope.
And I hands it to him.
He tugs Davram along. Davram tries to give him a good kick.
My rope.
Misses.
No, it's okay.
Misses.
What was the organization called again?
We're already gone. He runs away.
No.
The Night Blades.
So
Wait.
NIGHT.
Oh.
No.
Nightblade, sneaky and mean.
Night as in
The Night?
Yeah. Okay.
Wait a second. Was that in? Is that Elder Scrolls organization? Is that the name of those guys?
Blades
no.
and Elder Scrolls.
There's the Thieves Guild dudes are called Nightingales.
There's the Nightingales, and then the in Oblivion, the like secret bodyguards of the Emperor, the Blades. But in Skyrim, the Blades are actually the Dragon Hunters. It's very confusing.
Yeah, okay, that's why I thought it was the same. Well,
So George Custer is part of the Nightblades with Nathaniel Banks and Robert Anderson.
right, yeah. Do we want to take a brief break?
Oh, sure.
3:45-ish.
Sandwich.
Sure. Yeah, I can run to the restroom.
Okay. I just saw the dog run into an area I
Oh.
can't see, so I want to double check
Oh
on
yeah,
that.
probably
Yeah,
smart.
that's a good plan.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Okay, we'll be back in
Make it
two,
Back
3
in a
minutes.
bit. All right. Would it sound? Wait, what?
Yep, she piddled.
I wonder how long it takes Omega to make a sandwich.
Thing like the sandwich I made a while.
Yeah, right?
I mean, he's a gamer. He can probably speedrun.
Your sandwiches are epic.
Mm-hmm. And we did say 3 or 4 minutes, so maybe a minute more, and maybe he's not back. He's not back.
Yeah. Is everybody else back?
Ref back.
Everybody's back.
That's back.
Griffin.
I don't know if Griffin left. It's Griffin, but he's not saying anything, so. We might need to keep that the downstairs bathroom door closed until
Mm. Yeah.
she's trained.
That way she can piddle on the floor right outside of it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So,
Seems
The
to
night-
be hearing something from Griffin.
What's up?
yeah.
I'm here. I'm
Okay,
here.
Griffin's here.
The night is in the middle. It's like 1:15, 1:20. As you
Okay.
walked from the cabin towards the road, you saw some of the bodies of zombies. They all looked female.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
There were 22 of them. I counted.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Okay, well, where do. Oh, Tonus, what's this gif about?
What's
this gif about?
I heard somebody kept saying bird up or something.
Berta.
Oh,
Was it Berta?
Urda.
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 Bird up.
Urda.
I heard somebody saying something. Yeah. Whenever you were saying it, it sounded like you were saying bird up.
Okay.
Bird up.
Bird up.
Okay, do we want to search the cabin? Because we totally didn't.
Search for a piano.
Yeah, but do we want to search for anything else?
We did very specific searching.
Yeah. And bones. You
Sure.
search for bones.
We did do a bone search.
Okay, yes or no? Does anybody else feel the need to search again? Or search for more stuff?
I think
I don't feel particularly compelled.
Great. Next question. Do we want to have this conversation in that cabin, but with one of Rowan's spells? Rowan, do you have that spell that gives us some privacy?
You're speaking, we can't hear you.
Rowan. We heard a pop this time, but we still can't hear you.
Still can't hear me?
Oh, now
There
we
you
can
go.
hear
We,
There it
we,
is.
we still can't hear you now.
you.
Do that if you so desire.
You do have it prepared?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we can talk here. We can go back into the cabin, and he can cast that spell, and we'll have some privacy. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Okay, let's do that.
You're all inside. Rowan casts the spell. And go.
Okay, so how long has the God Hand been lost?
1700 years. No?
Alazan?
Make a history check. But no, I don't think you need it. Really, you kind of know. It's probably been about. Gosh. Hold on, let me look at notes real quick. Just,
1700 years.
I think so. That might be right. No. Krista, and I can't find the. Oh, there it is.
I didn't move that one. That one hasn't moved.
Roughly 1100 years ago.
Okay. So the God Hand has been lost for over millennia. It is a very powerful artifact of the Vishari.
Okay.
This is the first lead we've had on it. I don't think Mask even knows where it is.
Oh shit.
But
okay.
if it seems to confirm something that he said when we met him. Oh, we haven't told you about Mask yet, have we? She kind of looks at Keen Eye and Lightem.
Ask? Question mark?
Mask. Yeah, Mask. He's probably a demigod at this point.
Green face? Big smile?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Oh, not
A
that one.
lot more terrifying and scary and trying to kill all of the deities. He mentioned that Vasher was responsible for the blight, and it seems that has been confirmed, at least somewhat tonight.
State Vasher is responsible for the blight.
Vasher, yeah, he's one of the deities.
Yep.
He's an older deity.
A human deity.
Yeah. His emperors used to ride around with the God Hand, and it seems that the God Hand is responsible for the blight starting. Now, we have a choice, I guess. We could go try to track it down on the hope that it can undo what it did, but I don't know if it can. But that's the lead that's the lead that my questions were going after when we were talking to Titus.
Right.
The other things that we have been considering is going out to deal with Ymira and Gaius, who Rowan has. Actually, I suppose we could talk to Gaius now if we wanted to. We're gonna need to get poor Titus's heart from Gaius before we can release him. The other thing that we have been considering is helping Ambrose take out some of the cult members, to weaken Urath's hold on, or Urath's position on this plane, and hopefully make him weaker, and then hopefully go defeat him, I think was the plan. But now Valis and the Ember are gone.
Wait, Valis didn't come back?
Valis is not here, and neither is the Ember. Ambrose, what happened?
It's still pretty fuzzy, admittedly. I got dragged through dimensions, so already, hella jet lag.
Yeah.
And then I landed there. Urath is one of those things where, like, gazing upon his actual form will drive mortal men insane and cause plagues to happen. So,
Right.
I'm still a little bit fuzzy on what exactly happened, but my biggest takeaway is that it's not exactly happy with me, sort of potentially conspiring with it and not really giving it the attention it thinks it deserves. So that's not ideal.
Yeah.
If I
So
had,
he's on to you.
yeah, kinda. If I had to take a guess, Urath probably isn't. It's hard to say because it's a whole unknowable thing, but Urath might be trying to charge up to make some bigger moves. I don't know.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
Who is Urath?
Oh, that's yeah. So got stolen off the temple step when I was a baby and sold to this horrible death cult. And one thing led to another. It worships a big tentacle thing that eats everything. And that's
Uh-huh.
Arath.
Arath
Also
is
takes
his
the form of a
patron.
little cat sometime.
Arath is the tentacle thing.
Yeah.
Every
Arath.
time that I fire off a little Eldritch Blast or pull in a tentacle from another dimension, that's him. That's
Oh,
his thing.
ah,
My will
well.
is not my own.
Ha!
I see. I see. I see.
So we were gonna try to help free Ambrose from
He's
the pact
oh, there we go.
that he had made with Arath. Particularly since it was mostly made for him.
Yeah,
When
it
he
was
was
sort
a
of
baby.
sort of an indoctrination type thing. You grow up in a cave. They sort of teach you that Arath is everything, all the time, everywhere, all at once. So, as soon as I stumbled bright-eyed out into the world and discovered, hey, other things exist, it was a whole thing. Took some adjusting, but yeah, that's my sort of biggest concern right now is probably finding where Valis went, both for the Earthstone and my Boothang.
Mm-hmm.
That is very upsetting because even with the Earthstone, I'm not sure if Valis knows how to get to Urath's plane or demiplane or however that works for things. But if he did, if he's there alone, that is exceptionally bad.
Yeah.
Like so bad.
Yeah. It is bad. It's not a good. Yeah. So, yeah, we've got those are the choices.
One other choice,
Sure.
question maybe. You said we could find the God Hand, find Gaius, free Ambrose from the Pact. Where, in relation to those things, are Ymira and is her father Gaius? I'm trying to just put the pieces
It's
together
okay.
here.
You've got a lot of proper nouns you're dealing with. Yeah. Ymira is with Gaius.
Oh, got it. Cool. And
Yeah.
is Gaius her father?
Ymira
It's
calls
unclear.
Gaius father.
Yeah, it seems like
Ah.
father as a title attributed to Gaius. He might not actually be her father, but he might
Okay.
also be.
The faceless one, aka father, aka Gaius. I see.
Yes.
It could be father as in just a parental figure, not related by blood. Could be literal dad, or could be a religion thing. I'm pretty fuzzy on that.
The question, well, I feel like this isn't even really a question. There's no way that if we smash that skull, that Gaius will be defeated or eliminated. Rana looks at Rowan.
I
Am I understanding
don't know
correctly?
I don't know what the extent of its powers are.
I
When we met it, it seemed a simple talking skull. It
right,
no longer appears to be the case.
right.
Okay.
Oh,
And then how
there's
does the
also-
mask? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, one more thing to heap on all of this. There is also that dragon thing that was happening. I sort of told a
Up in
dragon.
Shifnal? Yeah.
Yeah, a dragon tried to shake us down for some sapphires that we have that relate to an old dwarven thing, and I told it to go get more sapphires at a potential location for another cult hideout, the Cult of Urath, and I don't think the Cult of Urath cares about sapphires at all, or has any. So we could have like an angry dragon or an angry cult, depending on who wins in that scenario coming out.
Wait,
No.
this sounds amazing.
Or maybe both.
Shifnal could be gone by the time we go back.
Yeah. In the moment, it was a good idea. In the long term, not my brightest moment.
That's okay. We were all. It was a difficult situation. So.
Okay. One more question.
Mhm,
Sorry.
mhm. No.
How does mask factor into all this again?
He
Even I'm
Trying to
unclear on that
kill-
one.
He doesn't really. The only reason I brought Mask up is because he had mentioned last we met him. Well, no, not last we met him, but when we had a little powwow with him down in his lair, he had mentioned that Vasher was responsible for the blight.
Okay.
That's the only reason I brought him up. Mask is primarily, I mean, Mask is really a threat to anybody who worships a deity that Mask that Mask will target in the future. But primarily, Mask seems to be a threat to the elves right at this point.
Okay. I don't know what to do about that, but
There's not really much we can do about it.
so then Vasher is sort of likely where that red X is, where the source of the blight is in that map.
That's not where Vasher is, but that is where the blight is reported to have started.
Okay. But that is, in theory, something else we could pursue is the location of Vasher.
Vasher's a deity. I don't think we can find him.
Oh, never mind.
Do I
Exactly,
remember
bring up his
Johnny
address.
worshipping Vasher?
Yes.
Johnny, okay, Jacob, I can't remember. Does Rana know that the manifest is Vasher?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then she'll share that information. So the after.
Yeah.
At some point, Vasher decided to, I don't know, downsize and became known as the Manifest, primarily a god of the Forge. That's who Johnny worships.
Roll a religion check. Anyone?
Religion. I
Uh,
think I would
Just
be
like rolling,
good
so
at
I'm
this
gonna
one.
just.
I'll let somebody with. Do you say, when you say anyone, does that include everyone?
Anyone that wants to.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Whoa, Rowan.
Rowan.
Oh, hell yeah. To Bible camp.
He knows things. I mean,
Does he drink?
Ha!
Drinks and he knows things.
I mean, to be fair,
Hey, speaking of which, we get to go back to Game of Thrones tonight, everyone. The world is back. Let's go.
Alright.
I'm ready to heal.
It does look like it's going to have a lot of fantasy attractive blonde people in it, so I will. be watching. Anyway,
Morbius. Matt Smith has been ruined for me because of Morbius.
Oh,
I
no.
love Matt Smith so much. He's such a good actor. I will never watch Morbius if you ruined Matt Smith, because I cannot handle that.
and you
That's
get
rough.
to see him do a funny little jig, so.
Okay.
I sent you a whisper, Case.
Anyway, religion.
yes.
Aw.
So yeah, for those who weren't aware, Rowan is in fact a cleric of knowledge.
Ooh.
He does know
Ooh.
things.
Knowing things
Indeed.
is his thing. Yeah, so Vasher downsized to the Manifest around 1100 years ago.
Oh.
That's a
Just an
familiar number.
interesting-
Hold on.
Interesting point for you guys.
Did something else substantial happen 1100 years ago?
That's when
Godhand
the
was
blight
lost.
showed up.
That's the guy. Okay. Got it.
Oh.
The blight showed up and the
So-
god hand disappeared.
Do we know what the God Hand actually is? Is it
It's a metal
believe-
gauntlet.
Yeah, it's a gauntlet.
It's the Infinity Gauntlet, but not the Infinity Gauntlet.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
so?
Marvel lawyers, please don't.
So it was Vasher's gauntlet before then, correct?
Yeah.
That's unknown.
So
Oh,
is
is
the
that known?
assumption that he? Let me think. There's two trains of thought here. Either he downsized because he lost some of his power because he lost the gauntlet, or he changed what he was doing because of all of the shit that got started because of his gauntlet. Is my true theory. Like he's trying to like separate himself from the situation.
From what Rana
that's right.
knows and has been taught, she would. She has heard the latter.
Okay.
That all the shit that was going down, he was like, "Fuck it, I'm out." So he abandoned his followers.
And as well, like,
What a
for
wonderful deity.
as far as Ambrose understands, Vasher or the Manifest or whoever it was, they're sort of similar. They were a god of like the forge and war and sort of a conflict-based thing. Instead of being like a a glory in battle, like sort of Athena type vibe. They were more like an Ares, blood for the blood god, like fight for the sake of fighting kind of vibe. Is that accurate?
I don't know. Or
Okay.
would Rana know that? I
Nice
don't know.
Warhammer reference, Guff.
Thank you.
Unclear.
I do
It's a long
know
time.
that the Vishari just went and conquered places. They were like, we're here now, and this is ours. So, make of that what you will. Presumably, that was due to following what they believed was the will of Vasher. And then they decided to also hunt dragons and kill them, which set them against the dwarves as well. Which brings us back to Gaius. Gaius is a Vishari name, but it's a dwarven skull.
Ooh. Is there the possibility that that skull that Gaius is in is not actually Gaius's skull?
Oh, right. Probably. He's
Possible.
probably just using it as a... Not facsimile, that's not the right word. But as
Is
a...
hermit crab in
Conduit.
A conduit, yeah.
Hmm.
That's why I'm thinking there's no... If he is guiding Ymira, it means he's probably more powerful than she is by a lot. And I would guess that crushing the skull that we have with us wouldn't really do anything besides get rid of that conduit. But I don't know.
Okay.
It's not going, my guess would be that it's not going to hurt him.
Okay. I mean, I guess, do we want to talk to the skull?
Right,
Well,
we
got a
can.
minute?
We can. We've got this spell up.
Ugh.
Do we want a game plan? Like I can't even remember what we were going to talk to him about. Rowan, that might be on you. You've been talking to him. I'll go stand in the corner. He doesn't like me, and I don't like him. In fact, I'm kind of pissed that he's still alive.
Well, wait, we're gonna talk to Gaius or talk to someone else?
Gaius.
That guy's evil. Remember, he's holding Goliaths that are being farmed for blood in his house,
Uh-huh.
according to Ymira.
Uh-huh.
I don't like that guy.
No, me
I don't want
either.
to talk to him. I want to go kill him.
Well, if we talk to him, though, it might make it easier to go kill him.
Oh, I don't know. Well, that's what I would advocate for as Kenai. I would also advocate, I think, for Ambrose to go rescue
Wait.
his buddy.
Right.
Buddy, okay.
Sorry, I forgot his name again. I forgot his name. What's his name? Valis.
Valis
Yes,
to
Valis.
Arak. I mean, no.
No,
Good friend.
God damn it. I didn't even realize that.
Oh, come on.
Bungie lawyers, that's a joke. Bungie lawyers, that's a joke.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
What does the group want to do? Everyone should kind of like toss something out here.
You mean at the exact moment in time or like next step?
Yeah, what's the next objective you guys want to pursue? Do you want to talk to Gaius before doing anything or making any decisions? I just don't really know what we would even say to him.
I mean, at the very least, we probably should confront him on the fact that he is in contact with Ymira, and he told us he wasn't. Oh wait, he didn't tell me that. Never mind.
Guys have some explaining to do.
Ron's mentioned that.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah, Gaius does have some splaining to do, but I would really want Rowan to
Just
spearhead
can't
that.
help but think like, picking up the phone and calling someone and saying, hey, you're a bad person, you should stop doing that. Like, that's not, they
We're
just
not-
hang up.
We're not gonna pick up what's a phone?
Skull.
No,
Skull.
he's just here. He's here.
What does that mean?
I mean, my charisma's pretty good. I might be able to convince him of something.
Yeah, Rana will go sit in the corner out of sight and maybe study this journal a little bit. Or
All right.
What's going on?
She is gonna listen in on the conversation, but she's gonna stay out of sight.
Okay. I guess Rowan will reach into his haversack and pull out a box and open it up and pull out a little skull.
A little skull.
I mean, it's a dwarf skull. It's not nearly
How modest.
Rowan sized skull.
Rowan removes the skull from the box that has a frighteningly similar. Is it visage of the one that Kenai saw in the painting that Ymir had done,
Yep.
with its too many teeth for a human.
Oh, that's unsettling. Okay.
You guys remember that? It's in the
Yep.
Discord.
Yeah, that was a great painting. God, I love that.
It's also a handout.
Yeah. Shut up,
Roro.
about that painting.
Shout out Roro.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Once removed, it's it's a skull. It can't really turn, but you see the red pinpricks of light that seem to pass her eyes move about, looking at the five of you, since Rana's in the corner. And the jaw moves. Says, Ymira tells me you've met.
Yeah.
We have, yes. I thought you were not in communication with her.
Yes, you would have thought that, based on the lie.
Okay.
That tracks. So what are you then?
Ignoring the question, says she is premature, but assuming that there are no disagreements, I'll continue teaching you.
What do you mean disagreements?
You don't normally bring me out when all of you are gathered. I even feel the light of that elven god upon the room.
Well, thanks for the compliment, but yeah, we thought that you know, you and Rowan having these little one-on-ones wasn't gonna fly anymore, so figured we'd expand this into a little group chat, if
I
that's all right.
enjoyed the flight I took. It'd be disappointing to
Well-
not do that again.
Well, we, you know, we just thought that we should have a little bit more openness between this party. You know, little just calcium filled secrets like you. Just you know, we're gonna be a little bit more communicative with that. Speaking of communication, what am I supposed to be asking the skull? I'm sorry. There's so much.
Take your time.
Okay. So Ymira calls you father. How does that work?
I teach her. I wish for her to display the proper obedience. It's important to have a parental figure in your life. Wouldn't you agree?
Ooh, that cuts deep. Okay. next thing, I guess. We've been hearing some rumors about you potentially doing some unsavory things with a enslaved tribe of Goliaths, I think, right? Or communion? I don't. There's a group of Goliaths called.
Rock slide.
No. I mean, they would potentially be a part of a tribe, yeah. But
A squad
just
or
same as a group of elves. Just a group is fine.
okay.
They fought my horde. To the victor go the spoils.
And you're spoiling them for their blood. Is that right?
Blood, bodies, spirits. I try to
What-
make do with the whole Goliath.
Ugh, this is making Kenai very angry. But what tribe were they from?
Some tribe, it doesn't matter, does it?
Matters to me.
What moment? They were near my castle. So what's that range? I don't think it was called the Thaana Mountains. I'm not
It's okay.
sure. That's him. That's Guy's thing.
Yep. He wouldn't know my name, would he? Question of character.
There's no way to know. Unless. Yeah, there's. Kenai wouldn't know one way or the other. Gaius knows who Kenai is.
Oh, okay. But he specifically said that mountain range.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, then circling back really quick, I just talking to a skull right now. It's it's fine, I guess. It's I get the whole communication thing. You gotta go long distance. Probably gotta get some kind of special magic plan to set up through these skulls and stuff. It's fine, but I would like to have an understanding of what's behind the bones. You get what I mean? So, what are you? What are you?
Would you like me to even the odds and make you as I am?
No, not what I was getting at. I would prefer just to know the guy behind the skull. Just behind those little red pinpricks. I'm sure that there's a real personality behind there. So if we could get a better understanding of who's I'm really talking to.
Ask away.
Okay. What are you? Talking like got some with this whole skull thing going on, you've got some big undead, some big lich energy. We may be working along those lines, bud.
Got that BLE. I was once a dwarf. Now I am what you see before you.
You were once a dwarf. See, that's interesting because I would happen to know on a very good source that Gaius isn't really a dwarven name.
Is Ambrose a half-elven name?
Uh, You know what? He's making points. All right. So,
Foiled again.
damn.
Laughing in the corner.
No, Rana does not laugh. Rana is like stony faced. Looks like she might try to shoot Gaius out of Rowan's hand pretty much any second now.
Is Gwen the name of a cat?
Oh no.
Wait, does Gaius say that?
Yes.
I wouldn't happen to know any cats. Why are you bringing up cats? There's no cats here. Maybe.
Names can be informative, but they can also be tools.
Okay. Uh, telepathically, Ambrose says to just everybody except Gaius. Ambrose is going to say, "I thought this would help. This skull is infuriating me."
I knew this was not gonna help. He's just gonna toy with us. I'm gonna smash the skull. The guy is getting frustrated and walks away. Sits in the chair.
As you sit down, it's damp and a
Oh,
little
gross. Stands up. Gets even angrier.
It's unclear what the liquid was, but the chair smells pretty bad.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Maybe let Rowan. Never mind.
Yeah, Ambrose sort of shoots Rowan a look like, "Help me out here," because
Yeah.
that name thing really threw me. Huh.
There was a ghost here. It believes it needs its heart. Would you care to explain what you've done to its heart?
I secreted it at Dacker Castle and have performed a necromantic ritual on it. I could teach you if you'd like. And have a personal lesson in it.
Not something I'm interested in.
Use code Gaius at Skillshare.com. No.
He has a master class, actually.
Oh shit. Okay. So that seems pretty mean, bud. Do a whole necromantic spell on a dude's heart and lock it away in a castle. Why'd you go and do something like that?
The Vashari I hunted and killed my people.
People, you say?
I was once a dwarf. What I am now is something less, but also more.
Okay. Ambrose is not sure how to proceed.
I mean, there's 5 other people. Someone else wants to chime in.
Well, I think we have enough information to do some stuff on. I just don't want to say what things I would like to do with the skull just like sitting here.
That's a very good call. Yeah, I think we're good. Rowan, do you want to... Ambrose does a little motion like closing a box with his hands.
Sure. Then Ron will put him back in the box.
Before Rowan does that, Rana's gonna cast a spell. So Rana casts Blight at 6th level. On Gaius.
I don't know what that does. All right.
It's bad.
Has no effect.
Ugh. Well, okay. Then...
Wouldn't you teach her something about necromancy, please, Rowan? She
Necromancers are immune to necrotic damage.
embarrassed herself, I think.
Well, she did just try to sap the moisture from the skull.
It's necromantic energy.
Yeah.
It also has no effect on undead.
Like, it could have been
Does
a
it
magical
say that?
plant pretending
It
to be a
does.
skull.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't read it very thoroughly.
No, don't be sorry. That's a fun little
But if
thing
he
for...
had been a plant, ooh, he would
You're
have been in for a bad time.
it's a totally reasonable action to do with
Yeah.
the stirring anchor in the room.
Okay,
So
then
Oh,
Rana
yeah.
stands and steps forward and casts Sacred Flame.
Oh,
okay, you see, Kenai's getting a little worried here.
Ambrose would
Moves
have
out
to
of-
take a step back as he sees holy fire erupt from Rana.
Uh-huh.
Right in Rowan's hand. Roll damage. Should he be allowed a dexterity check? That seems...
Watch the skull just do like a backflip.
Right.
Just does a little roll.
Yeah.
Radiant flame engulfs the skull. Burnt flakes of bone chip, or burnt flakes of bone flake off. I guess that's what flakes would do from it, and descend to the ground. The eyes settle on Rana, but it says nothing.
Okay, then she steps forward and grabs the skull. I will see if Rowan's going to react to that. But she's going to grab the skull, slam it onto the table, and then ring Fie's bell to manifest a weapon and stab it with it.
I guess that's up to Rowan. If he's going to do anything, or really anyone else, if anyone wants to step in.
Rowan's not going to immediately stop her. She's been angry about this for a while. There's been a little frustration.
Yeah,
It's a learning
it's good.
experience.
It's good to do like a little catharsis every now and then, so Ambrose is just going to kind of put his hands up and stand in the corner.
All right. Roll.
I don't know
Crit
what to
damage?
roll, actually. Crit damage?
Yeah. What is it? What kind of weapon do you?
What
Manifest.
weapon will it be?
Is it a pike?
A gun?
Yeah, a pike. That's great. That's a really good. That's a good
Right.
one.
The 16-foot long pike in the cabin there.
Kenai
so-
will restrain Rana before she stabs the skull.
She's gonna try to shrug him off. I
Yeah.
mean, she's not gonna shrug him off, but she's gonna resist.
Rana, Kenai will say, Rana, wait.
No, she's gonna stab it.
Roll 2d10.
Well, okay, I'm going to grapple you or something.
Roll an athletics check, Kenai, and then Rana can do either acrobatics or athletics, but 2d10 for the pike damage.
It's a pike.
Oh God. Acrobatics. Acrobatics.
Few of the teeth get broken off, and some of the bone is sheared away as Kenai grabs Rana, grappling her, but she still has, use of her arm in such a way that she can continue to attack.
Great. I'll attack
Rowan,
again.
Rowan, stow the skull. I'm gonna say that to Rowan. Ask him to stow the skull. Put it in the box. Put it away.
Yeah, Rowan's gonna try and do that.
No, I'm stabbing it again.
I guess roll initiative.
We needed some combat today. Why not? We're
Gaius
doing
gets
this.
initiative? What the fuck? The skull got a 20?
I can't even roll. It's
Yeah,
giving
it looks
me
like I
my
got my old
old-
one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
maybe
it
I
just gave me a
never.
4.
Oh, I never ended combat.
Cleared
once
it. Yeah, we're in round 5.
Oh,
This is so funny.
here we go. Boop.
Oh, please let Rowan go first.
Damn it!
Yes. Yes.
I rolled real bad.
Rowan's gonna end combat. Just
Rana,
stow the
rear-
skull.
Rana rears back to stab once more, and Rowan, what do you do?
Shove Gaius in a box.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna see if I have any reactions.
Oh, yeah, is that Gaius leaving her attack range? Does she get an opportunity?
It hasn't looked
Willing
her,
leaving, I think.
her attack range yet. No.
And technically, that wouldn't be him leaving it, so I wouldn't
Oh,
draw
that's
it anyway.
true.
Oh, do I not
Those
have
are
any
good.
reaction spells? I don't
I
have
don't know.
any reaction spells. I think Mie's spell is purely defensive, so I don't think that I can do anything with that. I guess that's it then.
I did. I soft combat.
Yes.
Okay.
Rowan.
Rowan shoves Gaius in a box, and then the box in the haversack.
Yep.
He's out of audio, or like he can't hear us anymore, right, Rowan? Kenai will
Once I
ask.
close the bag, correct.
We'll
Yeah.
close the bag.
Correctly.
And then
Okay.
it is Rana's turn, I think.
Wait, what?
Rana,
If you want to continue in initiative or not.
Rana elbows Kenai.
Liger's reaction will be to
Yeah.
make that a disadvantage.
Sure. Roll away. You need an 18, Rana. Let's see
I don't
this.
even know what to roll. I'll roll I'll roll 2d20, I guess. Wait.
And add strength.
Sure. What even is my strength?
Oh
You-
man, I managed
It's
to.
a 0.
Best you're gonna do is take away the bonus HP that you gave me
It's a 15.
last
A
round.
15.
15 misses.
Yeah, that definitely misses.
Well, she continues to struggle to get out of.
Is Rana proficient with her elbows?
No.
No.
You-
Right.
But she was born with them. You think she'd be?
I was born with
We're-
my elbows. I'm not very good with them.
Kenai lets
In a way,
Rana
maybe.
go. He's
I
no
can't
longer grappling her.
Yeah.
I can't even feel the skin that's there.
She does the thing where, like, you know, a clearly bigger person lets someone go, and then the smaller person like shoves the bigger person as they're moving away. She goes over
That's
here.
That's fine. But listen, we can use this to our advantage. We need to stop thinking about Gaius as a source of information and start thinking about being able to deceive him sometime in the future. We can trick this guy. We can outsmart him.
Deceive him for what?
Anything. If we want to pursue Gaius and what's her face, Ymira at some point. Didn't you watch Aragorn when he pulled out the sphere?
What? Oh!
Remove
You're talking
Aragorn
about Lord of the Rings. Okay.
Yes.
So that reference is lost on Rana.
Of course.
There's
I know.
no
that
deceiving
was,
Gaius. He knows that I'm going to kill him the next time I see him.
well,
And apparently
look,
he
we
can
need,
even sense when I'm in the room.
yeah, we need every advantage though. I think
Oh,
we
he wasn't
just
talking
table
about
it.
me.
Mie's light or bell continues to shine with the light of a torch.
Yes, I think it's less he sensed you and more you're wielding your deity's artifact.
Well, I'm going to continue wielding my deity's artifact, so
Well, a deity's artifact. I'm unsure how it works with you
I'm not going
guys.
to change what I said. Or I meant what I said.
Said
I
what
think
meant.
we all need a little bit of sleep.
Sleep sounds fantastic. And also
I don't-
some breakfast or brunch.
Anything to get out of this dumpy, wet cottage.
Or the pipe just kind of like dissipates. Just Rana lets it go.
Nice.
Okay.
Probably around 2 in the morning now.
Great. I'm gonna go back to my date. She pops her hood up over her head.
Fine.
Rana,
Ah,
be careful.
head.
Nothing good happens after 2 a.m.
That's true.
I was born at like 2 a.m.
Was that before? Was that during daylight savings time, or
Oh, that's true. That's true.
we might get off on a technicality?
Make sure you guys crash. Well, you guys can crash wherever you want, I suppose, but I'm sure you're still welcome at Uncle Chiron's. So I'll see you in a couple days.
Yeah, let's go there. And we'll figure out what to do next.
Okay. We can do that.
All right.
I need to run to the restroom. We'll be back.
Okay.
Mhm.
Fun.
Rana goes back to that inn, and everyone else heads over to Chiron's home.
Me.
Sounds
Yes.
acceptable.
Rana heads back to, and since she has a couple spell slots. Well, she's got spell slots left, so she'll cast the fast one again. What is it called?
Long
Expeditious-
Strider?
Long Strider. Yeah.
Long
She'll cast Long Strider again.
Okay.
Try to get there a little faster.
When so Rana's going to be away for a couple days, and I know everyone else had things that they wanted to take care of. Tonist was going to go and practice with the Dimension, right?
Yeah.
No, well, Ri-Fi went to the bathroom. What is Ambrose going to do?
Well, definitely, now that we've talked to Gaius, finding Valus is probably going to be number one on his priority list, so... But he doesn't really know what to do, so I guess he's going to study the grimoire, see if he can get any messages from Urath or anything.
Okay. What will Lightum do?
I'm back. Sorry.
Ooh,
Oh
that's a
yeah,
good
we
idea,
probably
actually.
should have concluded like, hey Lightum, are you like in? Do you want to keep?
Well, it seems
Keep
like
running with us.
violence seems to follow you guys around pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So I'm happy to stop the violence.
Okay.
Hell yeah, appreciate it, brother.
We need more of that energy. Kidak glares at Rana.
Excuse me.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You elbowed me.
I'm usually the
A Goliath
you grabbed
with rock
me.
hard skin.
I
You
was
probably
trying,
scraped your elbow.
I was trying. Yeah, probably. I was trying to end, even though I'm pretty sure it wouldn't end. But I was trying to get rid of.
I think we need to
Just
be more
another
cautious
undead.
with that skull. We need to be cautious. We need to stop trying to use it as a source of information. I think we're giving too much away of ourselves to Gaius. So with that, I agree with you, but I still think we could find a use for it that could be for an advantage later on down the road.
Yeah, he knows more about me than he should, just based
Sure.
on that question. If is going to catch
Yeah.
him.
Can we
Right.
create a separate bag of holding or something that we don't ever expose him to anything from our group?
That's sort of what Rowan has going on, since Rowan has his haversack.
Personally,
He keeps. I'm pretty sure he keeps Gaius in Gaius's own like little pocket.
Sure. If that's the case, that's cool. That's good.
if Ambrose gets a vote, Ambrose's vote on what to do with the skull. Now that we have, we know where the heart is, so we can help out the Ghostman, and we got a hint as to where maybe Gaius is shacked up with that mountain range that he mentioned. So,
Well, the Thahana Mountains is where Kenai is from, originally. It's where my tribe is, was located originally. We had to migrate away from there.
didn't the skull also mention that his like castle or something was nearby that area though?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but he might have been fucking with Kenai.
I think so. It's
Probably.
Because-
what I was picking up.
We kind of know
But-
where his castle is, and I don't know what the name of that mountain range is. Where like what it,
Okay.
if his castle is next to a mountain range? Is it? I can't remember.
well, we know where he lives, or at least have a decent idea of as
Right.
to where he lives.
Yes.
So I say we take the skull, put it in a bag full of rocks, and make it take a long walk off a short pier, and be done with it.
No, we need to destroy it.
Well,
If we're
that
going
too.
to be
Could
done
also do
with
that.
it, if we're going to be done with it, we need to destroy it because otherwise it will just fall into someone else's hands. It's like fucking Jumanji. Someone is gonna find it.
That's a
Someone's
reference
gonna
we all
find it.
understand in character.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, I have a vision of
We get to
Rana
his
pulling
castle.
up the skull right before the big battle and looking into the skull's eyes and saying, "I have returned," and he shows him the hilt. She shows him the hilt of the sword or something. You know,
That's hilarious.
right?
That's
like
amazing. Thank
it
you,
could
Rocco.
happen. It could be there. It's an opportunity. I'm coming for you or something. Just to stir him up for once, because he seems to stir us up quite a bit every time we talk to him.
Yeah, my
That's...
big boy charisma stat didn't really help at all back there. That was unfortunate.
We just need to get the upper hand on him somehow. But
Yeah, and I don't.
if
I
we
don't know how.
destroy the skull, we have no way to get a message to him like that, right?
I suppose.
Anyway, let's sleep on it.
Yeah.
What will Kenai be doing in the next couple days? We
Oh,
talked
gosh.
about some of the shopping stuff you wanted to get done.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I would like to meet with some of the dwarves in the section of Three Rivers that I'm familiar with. I think Bream Street.
Okay.
Maybe there's a vendor there that I could talk with.
All right. And then what will Rowan be doing?
Rowan's probably gonna send to Ymira, see if he can learn anything from talking directly to her.
Okay. You can prepare that sending if you'd like, and send it over, and I'll give you the reply. Okay. So we'll.
Quick.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, throwing something in. How does sending work? Again?
You have 25 words that you can like send to somebody else, and they can send you a 25-word response. There's a chance of failure if they're on another plane of existence.
Did you try doing that to Valis? Do you
Sure.
like need to know where he is in order to send something, or is it just happen?
It just happens.
Okay.
Yeah, you give me the message you want to send him, and I can send it for you.
I mean, a simple "Where are you?" Ambrose misses you. XOXO. P.S. I taped the finale of The Bachelor, so
Okay, yeah.
Will Rowan
Rowan
cast?
can-
Is that
Yeah,
gonna be
Rowan-
after the long rest, or
That one Rowan can do before the long rest.
so like right now?
Yeah, Rowan can do that now.
Kinetic peace energy. I just saw that.
Hey, that's not plus or minus 5.
What?
I don't understand.
I don't
Well,
know.
so there's a 5% chance of failure, and I don't know if Jacob was rolling high or low, but
It was if I rolled a 12.
yeah. Oh, dang. It's rough.
What?
That was probably a 1 would be fair.
Really hope that's not a joke.
I'm sure it's not.
Okay, so Tonus takes the time to practice with the Doom engine. Captain McMullen at the North Gate helps out by setting up targets and providing some like sighting in, ranging, and oh wait, this one is the proximity one.
I don't remember what the new weapon was or the new stuff we added to it.
It's a
So-
discharge in a radius around the engine. So this one, no sighting required because it's that radius, but get a good test, and you're pretty confident in how to operate it and where it'll be useful over the the couple days that you have to practice it.
Gotcha.
Kenai, meets with some people on Brame Street as mentioned. Now you would talk to some dwarves, and there's that one that's coming in named Korbar, who supposedly goes out into the wastes every so often to gather things to bring back. He has not returned, but because he's been gone a while, they're expecting him any day. Ambrose's head is filled with nightmares beyond reason as he studies the grimoire intently. And
Man.
Rowan will inform. Sorry. We'll inform Ambrose that Gareth is alive. He'll be returning to soon. He's in the depths.
Valis is
Oh.
alive.
Valis.
Not Gareth. Yeah, not guys. Valis. Sorry. Wrong name.
Okay, that's good. Whew. Okay. At least I
Well,
don't
there's one
know-
quest we don't have to do.
This is not in another horrible plane.
Well,
Depends on how you feel.
Wait.
Never mind.
Wait, do you mean depths as in caves underground, or depths as in hell, or is depths?
probably the Underdark.
Okay.
In D&D terms, hell isn't considered like below, so to speak.
Okay.
adjacent.
Double check. Isn't it also referred to as like the abyss or something? Like Arcos is from the abyssal plane or something?
There is an abyss, but I don't remember which. It has another name.
Our cosmology is slightly different in this setting.
Oh,
I think they're.
I do think there is an infinite depth and infinite hells, though.
It's like, is it Abaddon? Is that the one that I'm thinking of?
I think that's the neutral evil one.
Or Tartarus? It's taking from
there's a
Greek or
lot.
something. I don't know what it is.
Latham presumably is sticking around.
Yeah, just R&R until we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Go to that castle.
Rowan will send the sending to Ymir, which if you have that ready, I can do with that,
I
or
don't-
you can just tell me in the intervening week, and then Hawk will do all those 2 days with Sweetwater in the background, I guess.
Sounds good.
Okay. I don't think I saw responses from everyone. It turns out I will be available next weekend. So
Woo!
calendar said I'm not, but I will be able to run a session. The only two people, Griffin and
I'm-
Guff, will be available.
I'm good.
I didn't hear a response from Guff.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Okay,
Sorry,
cool.
Mike
So,
is
yeah,
still
well,
a little bit in and out, but yeah, I'm down.
It's all good.
cool. Then we'll run next weekend as well. That'll be nice. As
The week after that is Labor Day weekend. I know I have that Monday. I don't know what I'm doing, but I will probably be around.
yeah, I mean, no one's told me that they're unavailable the 4th, so I was planning on running the session.
I can confirm the 25th of September I'm out as well.
Okay, yeah, so the 18th and the 25th you're for sure out.
Yep.
So we'll
The
skip
2nd,
the
I should be back.
2nd of October. Okay, I'll update the calendar for that. So then essentially what we'll pick up at in 2 weeks is Rana getting back to Karan's home. Being like,
Two-
hey,
2 weeks?
In 1 week.
in 1 week. In 2 weeks we'll do something else probably.
Probably.
Okay.
Same spot.
I hope not.
back
I'm
there,
ready to
though.
get out of Three Rivers.
We
No,
need to
next
go
week
west.
we gotta have a beach episode or something, like a nice filler after this drama,
Oh,
and
no.
then we go back.
Yes.
Rana's been trying to. Never mind.
Ooh,
Hey, must be nice, Rada. Must be nice.
cool. Then yeah,
Okay. Oh, okay.
we're good.
Me too.
And a little early because
A
Yeah.
lot happened in that little cottage today.
a lot of
Yep.
a lot's happened in that cottage in previous months as well.
Oh gosh.
Jeez.
That diary is a horror story.
That
Yeah, it
really
is.
is.
It is pretty bad. We should check on Olivia.
How?
Yeah.
There's
I
no
don't know.
surname.
We try ascending to all the
No,
Olivias.
You have to know the person. Oh gosh. No, you have
Oh,
to know
got
the
it.
person. Yeah.
You have to,
Okay,
yeah, you have to
sorry.
have met them.
You guys should
Fair
go to the
enough.
Red Tankard and ask if
Oh
anyone did.
gosh.
Check all the taverns. What a dumb plan. Oh, we were just so
To be fair, we didn't
confused.
check all of them. We just checked the closest one.
Yeah.
and then gave up.
I
Oh,
know.
you know he plays in taverns, so checking the taverns isn't a bad start to learning about women he's met.
Oh goodness. Oh.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, if we'd had a
gracious.
picture or something, there's a chance they'd have recognized him.
Like how all right. I mean, this is this. There's no retconning, but you told Robert Douglas that you guys didn't search the cabin, and he's gonna enter, and the floorboards will be all pulled up.
Oh.
No,
Huh.
we did do that.
Yep.
Did anyone check
Found
that
it like
chest
that.
under the bed, by the way?
No.
Was there
Nope.
a chest under the bed?
Yeah,
I meant
it's
to bring that
visible
up.
right there.
I
Sorry.
didn't
Yeah.
see it.
I thought about it earlier,
You know
and we
what,
were
you
talking
guys?
about something
I
else.
asked if anybody wanted to search.
Oh,
so
I did,
That's
but
on
the
you.
skull was out, and then you were just gonna smash the skulls, so I
That's
had
on
to
you.
stop you, and
That's
I
on
got
you.
Way
distracted.
before that, I
No,
think.
yeah, it was way before that.
Ah.
Rana will turn this adventure around.
Someone checked the chair.
Oh,
Gross.
God.
I checked the inside of the violin with.
Eli takes a
my
long
skull.
shower after his.
Yeah, that's probably good. Maybe go to the river, the purification river. That's
Yes,
such
please.
a wonderful freshwater source.
Yeah.
The precious.
Get you guys later.
All right, later
All
on.
right, see
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Fortnite later.
Bye.